Zangiefsgym here. I'm Timothy, and I'm continuing my series on how to fight Menat with Zangief. And I'm covering unique attacks now. I'm in 1.0 covering unique attacks. Last video was 1.0. I covered Judgment of Anubis. This video is 1.1. I'm covering her unique attack called Divine Retribution. She only has 5 unique attacks total. So it's basically going to be 1.0 all the way through 1.4. That's going to be it. There's just 5 moves, and then I'll move on to her other types of attacks. Okay, so Divine Retribution 1.1. This has startup frames of 27, so pretty slow startup. We're going to take a look at it, and then we'll look at some of the specifics on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate your time, and I hope these how-to videos are giving you a good feel on how to fight Menat. And at least when I'm doing these moves, at least we can see what she's capable of. You know, when we bring it all together at the end, that might be more useful overall. But I think it doesn't hurt to look at the moves. At least you know her potential. You know she has this move in her arsenal, and I think that's worth mentioning and worth looking at. Okay. Here it is. This is what it looks like. Alright, that is her Divine Retribution, a unique attack. You perform that by pressing, what does it say? Forward and medium kick. That's how you do it. Again, you can reference, go to the command list and just hit square. And you can select a character, go ahead and choose Menat, and you'll see that. You can look at her move list and find out how to do it. But it is forward, medium kick. Alright. A little slow in the startup, but it gives her like a 360 attack. She can attack almost any direction you're blocking it. It does 60 damage if you eat it. It's only 5 damage if you block it. So blocking that is not that devastating, and it's fairly slow. It's really cool. I think it's cool. I think it's a cool attack, right? Right, guys? It's pretty cool. But it's, you know, a little slow, so it's not going to be something she does all the time. But in the right position, that can be really good. Counters. What can we do? What can we do? Well, the standing light punch doesn't really give us enough range to deal with that, right? So a better option is going to be the standing hard punch. Of course, the tricky part is actually doing this legitimately without, you know. Okay. I'm trying to do it at the same time as her, so she comes up and goes to do it. Yeah, so you're going to have to be preemptive on that if you want to catch her with that standing strong punch. You're going to have to, like, just catch her before she even does it. If she does do it, you can arm muscle flex it, and then, and that's probably a good option, honestly. Oops. You gotta do it right though if you get hit by too much of it. There we go. Yeah, you can arm muscle that and then counter with the SPD. Release it. Release the arm muscle into her. Assuming that's all that she was doing. Which probably isn't, but that's okay. You still could do that quick enough. Because her 7 on block and she's +1 on hit. So she hits you, she's positive, but because iron muscle actually hits her, then I would have to, sorry, I'm a little ill prepared here. Iron muscle, oh, there it is, okay. I had to pull up my other app. Okay, so iron muscle on hit is +2 frames. So we're gonna get the iron muscle hit, right? Because we know she's doing that move, and we're gonna release it. We know we're gonna get it. So we're +2 frames on hit, but we need 5 to do the SPD. So technically, it's if we try to SPD, it's very, very slightly punishable. If she does her fastest move, she could kick us. But I would wager that you guys have seen her standing light kick. I would wager she wouldn't be able to do that and actually hit us because it has such poor range. So what I'm alluding here, what am I getting to here? My point is that the iron muscle flex hit into an SPD is a possibility here if she throws out this move and then she tries to follow it up with the quickest move she has. It's possible that the quickest move she has as a follow-up will not be fast enough to be able to counter our SPD. So SPD is definitely possible here. But if you're concerned that your input might be a little off, you could just go with the standard grapple, because that's only a 5-frame startup. And since the input is instantaneous, you're guaranteed to get that. Okay, so that's just a possibility. I'm just throwing it out there. You could also take a different route and start doing crouching light punches and get her away. Or just as well. Standing strong punch is just standing hard punch. Well, that's 13 frame start, so technically it'd be a little slow, but you'd get upper body armor, so that's not really the best possible option. So I would go with the arm muscle flex into the SPD. That's slightly punishable, just be aware of that, but most likely you're not going to get punished, most likely. Okay, so that's very much possible. But yeah, other than that, pretty much the standing hard punch, you want to be way outside her hitbox, her points of hit, points of contact. You want to be outside of that. You can throw the standing hard punch in there and you'll be just safe. Worst case scenario, just take the block, and you could just, because she has, that's the thing, right? I read it earlier, but she was negative on block. She is -7. So if you just block this move, you can counter it with the SPD anyway. Which is, if I can actually block it here for the sake of the video. Let's try that one more time, and then I'll close up. Okay. Yes. So she's -7 on block. So blocking is a good option here, because she's not going to be able to punish you whatsoever if you block this. Okay. Her only hope is that she hits you with this. Excuse me. Her only hope is that she hits you with this and you don't block it. That's her only chance of really having a successful attack with this unique attack. Very cool, very cool move. But she's for the most part pretty negative on it, so it's pretty highly punishable. All right, that wraps up 1.1, guys. Thanks for